Cheese Burglar is a pretty cartoon. This is a famous studio's Noveltoons cartoon from 1946. It's directed by Izzy Sparber and James Tyer. It's written by Meyer and Joe Stultz, and we have a voice cast including Jackson Beck, Meyer, and Arnold Stang. And this is about a cat, a dog, and a mouse. But we have an interesting dynamic because the cat and the dog are actually best friends. And since they're not constantly fighting with each other and distracted with their own feud, they're able to work together and stop the mouse from getting at the cheese. And this cartoon is all about the mouse hatching a plan to try and get the cheese and to turn the cat and the dog against each other. I won't say what happens, I won't spoil it, but I will say that it's not easy for the mouse and things don't necessarily go according to plan. And I really loved this for two reasons. One, I loved the design of the characters. I loved the design of the home. I think the environment was very visually appealing. I also loved the way the narrative played out. I thought it was a really fun concept. It's not the only cartoon where cats and dogs get along, but certainly it's not that common. Mostly it's about cats and dogs against each other, so when we see them working together, not for the entirety of the cartoon though, I think it's a really fun concept and definitely works really, really well. The animation of the characters is really beautiful as well. I really enjoyed watching their movements, and I think they have some really great facial expressions. I think the pacing of the narrative is brilliant. I don't have any complaints with this. I thought this worked really well. It is quite a unique concept. It's certainly very fun. And I didn't know whose side I was on either, because on the one hand, I wanted the mouse to get the cheese. Of course I did. I want the mouse to eat. But at the same time, I don't like seeing the cat and dog being tricked and being forced to turn against each other. So I was kind of on their side as well, and I didn't really know who I was rooting for. And I also didn't know how it would conclude. So a very unpredictable cartoon, and one that I really thoroughly enjoyed. It's a fun concept, well executed, with some really great characters and really nice animation as well. Needless to say, I had a lot of fun with this one, and I'm very happy to recommend Cheese Burglar.